Hey, what's going on, dudes? This is B here, back in the cave, Endurance Productions YouTube channel. Gonna do a quick Blu-ray overview for you today in true lazy man format here. I'll put my feet up and talk a little bit. A little masterpiece theater here. What we got today is a true Blu-ray representation, if you will. One that really has deserved a Blu-ray for a long time, but never really got its day in court. It's always been on these little cheapy versions on DVD, VHS over the years. Transfer was really dark and you couldn't tell what was going on. I'm talking about the immortal slasher classic, Halloween ripoff classic, Prom Night. That's right, guys. I did the alternate cover art on this one. Synapse saw fit to give us some alternate cover art. Probably the more popular one is I think it's the theatrical or the original VHS art that's on the inside with the killer's mask and the knife and the silhouette there. You get the idea. You can IMDb or Google image the search for the images and everything. Little shot of their little catalog they send and the Blu-ray itself. Pretty cool, pretty cool. But I decided to go with the alternate cover art on the inside and flip it over because it retains the original but adds Jamie Lee Curtis there and at the back with all the special features on it. I don't know, guys. I just wanted to sit down and talk to you about it a little bit. I really enjoyed this film to some degree. It's not one of my favorite slashers of all time. It's not like a go-to slasher or anything of that nature. But it's just one of those that's undeniably one of the first of its kind. It's one of the first Halloween rip-offs, starring, oddly enough, Jamie Lee Curtis. She did about 3 at this time. She did Halloween, she did Terror Train, she did this one. I think she even did something in Australia called Road Games, which is close to being a slasher. I'm not real sure how to describe that one, but yeah. It's one of the first that kind of jumped on the whole holiday train or event train, where you had an event or a holiday that was made into a horror movie. Albeit most of them were slashers or something of that nature. This is undeniably one of the I won't say one of the best, but it's one of the better ones in that category, in that subgenre of slashers. This is the one you want to buy, guys. Let's get down to the meat of the matter. Echo Bridge put out a DVD that was a little bit refined a few years ago, and it was real cheap. You could find it anywhere. That was probably kind of the, sad to report, but that was kind of the go-to one for a long time. Don May Jr.'s company, Synapse Films, who does excellent restorations on their transfers to Blu-ray especially, has done an awesome job with this one, guys. It looked like a brand new film. I really can say it was a little grainy in some parts, but that's natural grain and it's the way it's supposed to look. And whenever you buy Synapse, let me just stop and say they take their time with their releases. They don't just mill them out fast, movie of the week kind of format. They really take their time. They get the extras that you want as a nerdy collector here. I mean, these are the extras you want. Let's segue into that. This sports a brand new 2K high definition transfer from the original 35mm camera negative, 5:1 surround remix specifically created for this release, and it also has an option for the original 2.0 mono track as well. I listened to the sound on this thing, man. The sound is crystal clear. It's great. It looks great. Sounds great. Has an audio commentary with director Paul Lynch and screenwriter William Gray. The Horrors of Hamilton High. Red Shirt Pictures, Michael Felter's company, does a background or a behind the scenes on this one. Gets the interviews that you would want from the director and some of the keynote people in the film. Just about the 30 to 40 minute documentary that you want on this type of release. Collection of additional scenes added for television broadcast. Think back to the Halloween TV version where they had all these added scenes that don't really add a whole lot to the plot, but they were there to pad out the running time. That's what those are. But they actually look pretty good as far as the transfer on those as well. You can tell they weren't really refined for this release or anything. Didn't have subtitles or nothing, but it was really neat to see all those added scenes that I've never seen before. And honestly speaking, I've always seen this on VHS and or DVD. I've never seen it on a TV broadcast before in all my years of horror watching. So it was really nice to see those. Never before seen outtakes from Prom Night exclusive to Blu-ray. Those were really interesting. Don't think outtakes in the terms of bloopers or anything like that, but it was kind of like just little extra snippets of them just kind of preparing for a scene, or Jamie Lee getting the crown straight on her head, stuff like that. Just kind of little added, little nerdy tidbits that you would want. Motion still gallery, which is pretty neat. I watched that too. Original radio spots and TV spots. Theatrical trailer is also included. It's just it is the rounded special edition that this one deserved for a long time but never got. But thankfully Don May's company of Synapse Films put this one out, and a really nice transfer as well. Let's round it out by giving my grade on the PQ and SQ. SQ is through the roof. I'm giving this one an SQ of a solid 4 stars out of 4. This is one of the best remix soundtracks in terms of remix soundtracks that I've heard ever since Jaws or any of those. Now it's not on par with the movie as far as being good as Jaws, but Prom Night, it being like a low budget slasher from the early 80s, from 1980 I believe, to see it and hear it this way is just like seeing it in like a brand new format, or brand new for the first time again. As far as picture quality, guys, I'm gonna give it a solid 3 stars out of 4, mainly because they've cleaned it up as much as they can, and that's a solid 3, maybe a 3.5. I can't gush enough about this one. It is a region coded A, so it's only for the U.S. and or Canada, I believe. So yeah, anamorphic widescreen, 1781 presentation, DTS HD audio, 5:1 surround, and as I said before, the original 2.0 track. It's also got subtitles for the English, deaf, and hard of hearing. I always like subtitles too, guys, because I always like to watch them at least once on every film that I like, so I don't miss any of the dialogue primarily. Yeah, great reversible cover art. Good price on this one too, guys. If you look in certain circles, you can find this usually anywhere from about $8 to $12. I say drop the cash on this one, guys. If you're a horror movie nut or a slasher film fan of any kind, this is the one you want to buy. Rock on. Hope you guys have enjoyed your Blu-ray overview of Prom Night. Yeah.